But ever since his expo,
I don't know who this guy is. So let's see.
he's lost all support on basically every platform. TikTok was where he started, and you might describe his style as laughing at the most basic memes he stole from Reddit.
Oh man, this is the worst. This is the worst it can get. You think this is the worst? That's the worst. That's the worst you can get.
Format was extremely consistent. He'd put himself at the bottom and the meme at the top, then just read exactly what it said. But whilst reading the final word, he'd always force the fakest laugh, as if the sentence was just too funny to finish.
I once dated this girl who spoke so much about her ex that even I end up missing the dude. This is the only call I want. Healthy relationship. I must be blocked from it or something. I don't know what this dog is going through, but I can relate to the core.
The content was repetitive and completely devoid of effort, initially catching the attention of Nick is Not Green, who was the first to slam Bentelect in the video shown on screen.
You're reading something that somebody else wrote, and then you just laugh at it. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Within months, this was echoed by multiple YouTubers.
Bentelect, you suck, dude. I don't like the types of videos you're making. You know you're not enjoying it.
While even Billie Eilish roasted Bentelect for his incredibly fake laugh.
Facts.
However, it didn't seem like Bentelect was doing anything wrong, and by watching his videos, he seemed like a friendly guy.
It is so awesome to be able to make people laugh just by sharing the tweets and memes that I think are funny and like bringing them to life in a way.
And he definitely felt genuine when talking about his fans.
One of my favorite things about social media is that I have people that I can communicate with, engage with. I kind of pride myself on being one of the creators who actually responds to DMs, takes feedback from fans.
Ben believed he was being attacked because of the following reason.
You're just an easy target because you're almost obnoxiously like happy. And that's like how I am in general.
Although it'd be through another Nick is Not Green video that Bentelect's false kindness began to get exposed. Nick revealed that Ben had copyright struck the previous video he'd made on him.
Not just copyright claim, but copyright strike my video and get it taken down because I was making fun of him. He even wrote the whole entire email out.
With the email reading, this video should be removed and wanted to be looked into further. A large part of the video is content that I created, including videos from the video sharing app Cameo.
And look at this, it's like 6:51 to 7:01. That's like, what, a 10-second clip? It's 10 seconds, right? Come on. What, another, not even a 10-second, all this clip adds up to is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what is that, a minute? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 2 minutes worth of content. That's nothing. What is the video, like 17 minutes?
And screen recordings of my social media accounts. About half the content in this video is my work, which you could only describe as laughable.
Yeah, he basically complained that I was stealing his content and would link videos of him just stealing other people's content.
Nick then exposed that even Bentelect's tweets were stolen.
He doesn't just use other people's content to make his own, but he straight up steals it and reposts it on Twitter. When I say the other day, it can be any time between yesterday and my birth. That's a shameless one. Sheesh. Bentelect, come on, man.
As well as the concepts for his less frequent comedy skits, which were stolen in there.
Man.
As well as
That's a shame. Posted on Twitter. When I say the
Other people's content.
Nick
It just had his whole, everything under his tweet was just his tweet. And they just replied with his own tweet. They control seed V. What do you control CV?
Then exposed that even Bentelect's tweets were stolen.
He doesn't just use other people's content to make it.
Oh, that wasn't the replies of it. Those were the other tweets that were like basically the same. I seen one of those the other day. That was like one of those flowers, and it was like stand out. You'll always be different, or whatever the fuck. And it's everyone is posting the same thing. It was kind of funny.
his own, but he straight up steals it and reposts it on Twitter. When I say the other day, it can be any time between yesterday and my birth. That's a shameless one. Sheesh. Bentelect, come on, man.
As well as the concepts for his less frequent comedy skits, which were stolen in their entirety from other already popular TikToks. Noah Samson then posted this video in which you'd find that Ben had admitted to stealing content.
I actually just did a spoof on another guy who had that idea,
while debunking Ben's claim about crediting the original person.
Bentelect explains that he did base the sketch off of someone else's work, but he insisted that he tagged that person. But after doing a bit of digging, it turns out that was a lie. So as you can tell by the description, no one is tagged.
Bentelect was rapidly losing favor, resulting in quite possibly TikTok's strangest meme ever. People began stitching Bentelect's videos with weird, scary images and a generated creepy voice.
Things that don't exist anymore.
The only thing that doesn't exist anymore will be you, Benny Boy, after we suck your soul from your body.
The meme progressed into many different formats, with one of its contributors, John Castelline, using it to show more of Bentelect's hidden anger. John simply joked that Ben was probably scared of the memes.
This dude
Wait, what's going on?
goes to bed with the slightest thought in the back of his head that someone is actually gonna take things a little seriously. I'm on my way to your house.
Which led Bentelect to reply,
You kind of look like Woody from Toy Story. And lastly, dude just sits in his room telling stories in his bed.
and while it didn't seem like Ben was all that angry, John then revealed this.
If this guy was actually mad, did he at least reach out to me and say something to me? So I go on Instagram and find out that he called me about 17 times.
Ben was making it obvious that he was completely different off camera, with the best example discovered by fans of the H3 podcast. Ethan and Ayla had previously roasted Bentelect.
Yeah, I mean, it's super unfunny. He laughs at everything and he goes fat.
Wow, that's painful.
Leading Ben to take a shot at Ayla in a video titled
Top 5 People Who Hate Me. Number 1, Hila Klein. She looks like she hasn't smiled in years, so I'm not surprised.
H3 fans began to question why be mean to Ayla? Why insult her appearance? It felt so unnecessary and weird, with the top comment predicting he might have a hidden disdain for women. People saying that about her never smiling or whatever, it's sexism. It's misogyny plain and simple. So when these misogynistic men decide to attack Ayla, that's one of their points. Bentelect had eerily stated,
We all have secrets, right? Like straight up. That's just the way it is.
without realizing his were about to get exposed. On the 30th of July 2023, Ben and a model named Jordan Max had arranged to make a podcast in which they tasted pickles. However, just 3 hours before we were supposed to record, Bentelect texted Jordan requesting to film an extra bit of content. Do you want to make a video for OnlyFans? When? She responded. Today. No. You need a TTS test from within the last 14 days and an OnlyFans creator account. Bentelect then clarified, I mean a video for your page. Doing what? I don't know, what performs the best on your page? I was just thinking you're helping me with doing a video for my YouTube, so maybe I could help with your OnlyFans. I'm good. Thanks though. No worries. Hey, let me do the pickle video with someone else. Thanks. Okay, any particular reason why? To be honest, I thought it would just be fun to film and see where things go. But I got it. Ben was basically saying his goal was simply to get freaky, although in the beginning no one seemed to care. The tweet confirming it was Ben had just a couple hundred likes until
It was a pickle video. It's a weird suggestion. It's a weird fact. I'm not defending it. He's in a weird environment. It's strange.
till a full 10 days later, when Ben shot himself in the foot by sending another message. You need to take this tweet down or I will sue you. Jordan didn't delete her tweet, and within hours had instead written a new one. So it turns out that I'm not the only one Bentelect has tried this with. Another woman who wishes to stay anonymous DM'd me with screenshots from conversations that she had with him as well. Do you want to come over here and spend some time with me? Because on a side note, I do think I could probably make her some money on OnlyFans OnlyFans. Bentelek blanks crazy blank into oblivion. If you come over, I'll give you $1,000. I just really want you. I'm good right now. Don't try to bribe me with money, that's weird. No, that is weird, but I want to see you. Ben then followed this up with some messages via text, and when eventually rejected, he was totally disrespectful. One day later, Jordan tweeted again, "We got another DM from another anonymous woman, which read, OMG, I've dealt with Bentelek too. Actually, he's bothered a lot of women. I don't have any screenshots from our 3-day hangout, but he told me he loved me and asked me to move in right away. I started pushing back that it was too much, and he flipped out on me. It was days after I was cheated on, and he was like, I don't want to talk about your feelings. I want to talk about us. He also drank 2 1.75 liquor bottles of mine in a day. He's an alcoholic and needs to seek help immediately." Ironically, Ben had claimed in the past there wasn't much his audience didn't know about him.
I usually put a lot out there on social media, so I don't think there's a whole lot people don't know.
Which might explain why he initially denied the allegations. I've recently been accused of some heinous actions and would like the opportunity to share my disgust at these accusations. I'm a firm believer in the rights and equality of all humans, including women. I grew up in a home with 3 sisters and no brothers, so I learned very early of the importance.
It's always real odd when you gotta come out and state, like, hey, guys, you know I'm not a sexist, right? You guys know that, right?
Power, love, and abilities women have. They deserve to be cherished and uplifted and treated with respect, and that's how I live my life. The evidence, however, only kept on coming from more and more people. Shut up and quit wasting people's time, you stupid blank. If I recall, I told you I didn't want anything to do with you. Just shut up and go to bed. Sounds like you need some anger management help. Be careful who you say that to, Maria, because there are people who really need help with that. Super disrespectful to say that to somebody, and also a very basic thing to say. There's a reason you've been single for this many years, and it's because no one wants you and no one gives a crap about you because you aren't anything. You're not fun, you're boring as, so shut up and get out of here. Basic ass boring loser. Bentelek's Q&A history had suddenly aged like milk.
Petty things drive me crazy. I'm a very upfront person. I don't like petty, I don't like grudges, I don't like things like that. I just don't do those things, so when they come my way, it's kind of like does not compute. Like I don't really know how to deal with it.
Although this one was even worse.
If a guy is too nice to a girl, that she's gonna probably friend zone him. My thing is it's 60-40. 60% of the time nice guy, 40% of the time you gotta be who you are. You can't be just like, you know, giving it all, being a total simp and all that stuff.
After 3 more women came forward, Ben gave in and apologized.
There's a lot being said about me on the internet right now, and I just wanted to clear the air. I want to say to any girl who I've been rude to, whether through text or in person, that I'm sorry. I understand that me being sorry does not excuse that kind of behavior. I will continue to work on myself and do better.
With comments disabled and a caption reading onward, it seemed Ben was trying to return to normal. Although judging by comments such as finally a legitimate reason to hate him, the internet wasn't ready to let this happen.
When you invite an OnlyFans model to your non-existent podcast, but then they say they don't want to hook up with your creepy, desperate 34-year-old self. Yes, true.
YouTubers covered the drama.
This is almost more weird than doing whatever he did. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know what that is.
In Bentelek's classic style.
I knew Bentelek was trash the first time his videos appeared on my FYP and I blocked him, so this is no surprise.
While his notable quotes were changed to subtly include "You're killing me, gorgeous." Penguin Zero's video gained over 10 million views, while Nick is Not Green was also given the last laugh. Bentelek put his Twitter on private as his TikTok growth completely vanished. His YouTube statistics followed a similar pattern, and as of more recently, so did every other method he used to make money. Bentelek's merch site has now been totally wiped, while the website link to see his secret merch is also now disabled. Bentelek's Cameo has just 28 reviews, the last of which being from before he was even exposed. Ben doesn't seem to do any sponsorships, and his YouTube isn't exactly popping, making you wonder why he's even still uploading. Well, Ben has recently resorted to just blatantly reposting his old most popular TikToks, and with a short from a couple of days ago reading, "This channel is now for random content," it seems as though Bentelek has basically lost everything.
Sadie used to worry about bringing bad That sucks. Great video. I like it.